Hello, this is Chris McKee. Welcome to the 30-Day Detox to Weight Loss webinar. I am so delighted that you're here and that you're wanting to learn more about this powerful program. This is the third year that I've helped take people through this program. I've taken hundreds of people through this course, live and online, and we have such amazing results. So 2017 is going to be your best year ever. And I love that you're considering this at January, because there's nothing better than to start your year off with a detox, a gentle detox, and releasing some of that fat that you're interested in letting go of. And I know we all are after the holidays. So what I want to do is I want to share my screen with you and help us to walk through our 30-day detox program. So we also call this kicking the sugar habit, because we're coming out of the holidays, especially important right now. And I know for me, my grandkids just went home. They were in the house for a week, and I ate foods that I don't normally eat. And so we're really going to get back on track together during January of this year. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a certified nutritionist, diet counselor, and nutrition educator. I have been working in the health and wellness field for 30 years. And so I have worked with thousands of people. And one of the areas that is the biggest struggle for many people is weight. And what I love to do is empower you to never have to diet again. You're going to learn a way of eating that empowers you to eat really good food and enjoy life and not feel like you're restricting yourself all the time, and still have the weight release from the body. I have so many testimonies, and if you want to go on my website and read some of those, it's McKee.com. Just go to 30-Day Detox and you'll hear a lot of stories about how this has changed people's lives. So I'm super excited that you are considering joining us this year. Now, one of the questions I often get asked is, do I really need to detox? There is a big connection here between toxic overload in the body and weight gain. So the answer to that is yes. And I want to show you some of the areas that toxins are coming in from. Water is one of the big areas. And here you can see that they're now finding over 10,000 residual drugs in our water. These are drugs like psychotic drugs and birth control pills, things that can really impact our body's hormonal balances. And so when we start absorbing this into the tissue, it makes a big difference in the body. The body really doesn't know what to do with this. So toxic water is one of the areas that we're receiving toxins in. The other thing that we aren't aware of is the fact that they haven't really tested a lot of these chemicals in our foods and our water. Only 5,000 chemicals have been tested. Over 20,000 are in our food supply. So if you read a label, I always tell my clients, if you read a label and you can't understand the ingredients, your body doesn't understand it either and doesn't know what to do with it. So it's really important too to understand that we are the guinea pigs. They've tested 5,000 chemicals individually, but they've never taken 2 or 3 chemicals and put them together to see what happens. And when we eat these foods, there's way more than one chemical in our food supply. And so we're getting this total body load on the body, and it's very challenging for the body. Now, air, this is another area that we don't think about. We go around and a lot of people spray this Febreze in their home to get fresh air. Well, the Environmental Working Group actually studied Febreze, and they found there were 87 chemicals in Febreze. Procter & Gamble, who makes this product, says there were only 3. So the National Research Council is basically telling us that there is no toxic information available for more than 80% of the chemicals in our everyday use products. And many of those are skin products that we put on our skin and that we use when our cleaning products, when we're cleaning our home. And so we're getting a constant load of these chemicals onto our skin, in our air, and in our water. The American Cancer Society says there's going to be over 1,685,210 new cancer cases in 2017. And out of those, almost 600,000 people will die. So we do know there's a big connection between toxicity and cancer. So the best thing is prevention. So what is the solution? Well, I'd love for you to know our story and how I ended up here in the field of nutrition. This is my husband and myself about a year ago. My husband was diagnosed with cancer at age 42. And if you were to look at our lifestyle, you would say, but you're healthy. And we were, we thought. I was a fitness instructor. He was a marathon runner. We had an organic garden. We were really pretty healthy eaters. And yet he got cancer at the age of 42. We now know that it was correlated with his background and a lot of where he grew up as a kid and things he was exposed to. But here's the thing that was the most challenging, was he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease, which is lymphatic cancer. He had cancer from this lymph gland here all the way down to his ankle, fully involved his whole lymphatic system. So 30 years ago, what they used to do is they used to radiate your whole body, literally from here. He still does not grow hair right here and below, because they radiated his whole body for 6 weeks every day. And then when they got done with that, they started chemotherapy. And this went on for 2 years. And so you can imagine this man was lean to begin with, being a marathon runner, and then to go through this was devastating to his body. And I will never forget the last appointment we had with the oncologist. He said, well, we don't see any cancer, but we better have you come back every 6 weeks for blood work, every 6 months for a CAT scan, and let's just hope it doesn't come back. And, oh, by the way, because you've had so much chemo and radiation, you're probably looking at another kind of cancer down the road, 10 years down the road. That's how we walked out of that last appointment. Wow, that was not encouraging. And so that's when I said, you know what, we're stepping outside of Western medicine. We're going to look at alternative. And we were able to connect with a clinical nutritionist who put him on an amazing program where in 6 weeks we had his immune system, which was tanked up into the low end of normal within 6 weeks, when they said it was going to take a year for that to happen. So that got me so jazzed that I knew this was the field that I wanted to go into, and I wanted to help people. And as you can see, my husband's alive and well today, well over 30 years later. He's 72 years old and healthy and fit and just active. And so I really believe that nutrition's played a huge role in this. The power of food is amazing, you guys. We are nature. This body is nature, and food is information. So I say to my clients often, with every spoonful or every forkful, we are either feeding disease or feeding health. And so during this 30-day program, you're going to be learning a lot about what foods to choose and foods to avoid for life. And that does not mean that you're not going to enjoy food. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have fun. And you're going to hear about what I call the 80-20 rule. I'm 80-20 girl. And so I really do believe in living life. And we're going to teach you how to do that in a way that you can enjoy good food and fun at the same time. The power of clean eating is amazing. I hear so many stories after 30 days. Many of them are what we see here, lowered inflammation. And inflammation is correlated with all age-related diseases now, not just arthritis, but we're talking heart disease, cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's. There's so much connected to inflammation. And in 30 days, we knock that inflammation down. We can decrease cholesterol and blood pressure with food, no medication. Another area is blood sugar, which has been huge for people. We've been able to lower big time numbers. Even if people are diabetics, we've been able to get those numbers down. People say their digestion is better. Maybe they've had heartburn issues and that goes away. Elimination is better. And of course, we do release weight and inches off the body, and that's great and that's fun. Why 30 days? You see some of these programs out there, they're 14 days, 21 days. I do have a 10-day program, which does really work as far as kicking the sugar habit. But I love 30 days because in 30 days, we see major changes in the body. And in 30 days, we start to learn new habits, which take some time to change. And it oftentimes takes a couple of weeks to really get that body reset, get that toxic load down so the body will release some fat. The first 7 days, maybe even the first 3 or 4 days are the most challenging if you're really a sugar addict, but we do give you some options. You're not going to be like going off of sugar completely, but we'll be moving into some more natural sugars, and they really do work and really help people. The most important thing is at the end of 30 days, you can actually realize this can be a lifestyle, and that is my goal, for you to make this a lifestyle. It's basic. It's simple. We're eating real food. We're going to get you back in the kitchen, but we're going to do it with simple to make, easy to make foods, whole foods, lower that processed sugar. You're going to be eating, you're not going to be hungry. And that's a really important thing. In fact, it says here 5 to 6 small meals a day. Well, oftentimes my clients will say, I can't eat that much eating this way. And that's really the great news, is that you find you're satisfied with much less food. And so that's really a powerful concept that you're going to learn. This is what you'll get during the 30 days. You're going to get meal ideas. I'm going to give you breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack ideas, foods to choose, foods to avoid list. It'll make it really clear on what are the foods you're going to be eating. We're eating real food. This is not like a Jenny Craig program or something like that where you're eating boxed food or packaged food or frozen food, to where at the end of the 30 days, then it's like, what do I eat now? We're going to eat real food. You're going to get recipes. We've been collecting more and more recipes every time I do this, as my students bring me great recipes. You're going to be getting some supplements that are going to support you at a very high level. There's going to be 4 supplements. Many of them are working on blood sugar regulation. We're also working on metabolism, increasing metabolism. One of these supplements is actually targeting over 1,000 genes in your body that have to do that, reset the metabolism, lower that inflammation that I was talking about. Very, very powerful supplements that you're going to be getting during this program. You're going to be in a private Facebook group. And this is what's really fun about this group, is we have alumni in this group. Many of them have been on this program. Basically, this is their lifestyle now for a couple of years. They're so encouraging for you guys. They really help you when you have questions. I'll be live in that group with you. You can ask questions there. I come live with you. You're getting a daily email from me. You're getting about 2 or 3 videos a week where I do some board work for you. They're not long, 3 or 4 minutes, but it helps you to really understand what's going on inside your body during this 30 days and the power of this program. So it's a very interactive 30 days. You will be connecting with me and others who are like-minded on this journey with you. Here's the great thing. As an alumni, you can take this course. The class fee is free for you again and again and again. And we have a lot of the alumni coming back in January, and all they're doing is getting their supplements and they're jumping right back in. And so it's going to be really fun to have the alumni back in with us, and you'll have that opportunity to do that as well. Now, beyond 30 days, this is really important, because transitioning out of the 30 days is done carefully. We're really going to watch for some food allergy responses and things like that, but we'll guide you through this in the last week. You'll be really getting a lot of guidance from me in your emails and your videos and on Facebook about how you're going to transition back in some of the foods you've had out of the diet. So don't worry, we take care of you and really help you walk through towards the end of this program. This program is only $297, and this includes all of your supplements, all of this support that I'm talking about. We will be doing a launch call the night before we start. You'll be on the phone with me on a conference call line. You can ask questions. So you're going to be connected to me and others that are going through this program. So you won't just be getting emails and some, out there in cyberspace and not having a real connection. We're going to have a real connection here during the 30 days. You'll get those supplements on board. We'll get your grocery list going, and we'll get you going, walking right alongside of you. Our next class starts January 9th, so our launch call is January 8th. For those of you near me in Georgetown, Texas, this will be a live class if you'd like. It will be starting on January 10th, which is a Tuesday. We will meet for 4 weeks in a row, and we'll actually be working together live, and you will join me on that class if you like here in Georgetown, Texas. I partner with Dr. Jana Schreier here, and we've been doing this again for almost 3 years. So she loves this program and bringing this to her patients. So if you are really ready to make 2017 a different year. I always say, in January, it's a really good time to say, what is it going to look like a year from now? What am I going to feel like a year from now? Where was I last year in January 2016? Was I feeling low on energy? Was I struggling with my weight? Is it creeped up even more this year? Am I aging and feeling aging symptoms? That inflammation with low back pain or arthritis pain. Is my cognitive function not what it was when I was in my 40s? If you're in your 40s, or maybe if you're in your 40s now, it's not like it was when you were in your 20s. What am I feeling now that I wasn't feeling a year ago that's accelerated? Because, you don't want it to be January 2018 and say, I wish I would have done this a year ago. Join us now. This is such a powerful program. I am so convinced that at the end of 30 days, you are going to feel some major, major differences in your life. So let me go ahead and stop the screen share and come right back with you guys. And if you are interested and you want to get started now, and I was the person who invited you here, then here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to go on to my website, McKeeCNC.com. Under 30-day program, you're going to select the higher level package on that 30-day program, which is $297, and you're going to get started. And we'll get those supplements out to you right away, and you'll get on that launch call with us on January 8th. If you were invited to this webinar by someone else and you want to get back with that person, they will get you signed up, they will get your products ordered, and they will get you going with us on January 9th or 10th if you're coming to our live class. I cannot wait to spend 30 days with you and walk alongside of you and make 2017 your best year ever. Bye for now.